What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Christian Hannah Horror. This is going to be such a fun video. Got a personal message the other day on YouTube. A buddy of mine saying, dude, I'd love to see, do you have any vinyl soundtracks or horror soundtracks? Yes, I do. I am a media junkie, a classic old school media junkie, so I do have a lot of horror movie soundtracks on vinyl and on cassette. On cassette, I don't really do the CD. To me, that's still like futuristic technology. I'm an old format junkie. Anyway, we're going to dive into this. These are all the horror movie soundtracks that I have. Some of them will be original motion picture music, and some of them will be music from the motion picture, meaning, you know, sometimes it's bands, and you get the idea. So let's do the cassette since they're on top. First one we have is composed by Brian May, the original motion picture soundtrack to Freddy's Dead. This is the cassette tape to this. Great little soundtrack. It's one of those things where you kind of take for granted the music, but when you go to listen to it, you say, wow, the music really is, you know, incredibly cool for these movies. Now, this is music from the motion picture for Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, The Dream Child, which is one of my favorite sequels. Love the soundtrack to this. You get Iron Maiden music, which, I mean, it's Bruce Dickinson. You get some great 80s soundtracks, great stuff. Next in here is music from the motion picture, like I said. This has the Goo Goo Dolls theme from the beginning on this. This is Freddy's Dead. Great soundtrack. Great soundtrack. Pick that up if you can. And then we also have original motion picture score, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 on cassette tape. Great little soundtrack on there. Okay, here we have Halloween 5. This has both original music and music from the motion picture on there. Alan Howarth did a fantastic job on that. Fantastic. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Excellent score. Excellent score. I love Halloween 3's music. Okay, here's a Death Waltz cassette of Halloween 2. Pretty neat, huh? Excuse me, I got a little bit of a cold today. This is the Death Waltz Halloween 3 cassette. Yes, I do listen to these, by the way. Halloween 4. Alan did a kick-ass job on it. So that's all I have for the cassettes. Not too much, but some pretty cool ones. Let's get into the vinyl. The greatest thing about vinyl is the big artwork. Just watching them play. It's really a treat. So here's number 1. This is Trick or Treat on vinyl from Waxworks Records, a great company that releases great vinyl. All right. Next we have They Live from John Carpenter's The Thing. They Live. John Carpenter's They Live. Excuse me, I apologize. Excellent soundtrack. Him and Alan did a fantastic job on this. That's a great one to just chill and listen to. Some of these are a bit random. Sound effects of death and horror. This is from the mid to late 70s, 77. They actually do have some very creepy sounding deals on here. I've sat through and listened to it before. Some of it's pretty creepy. Return of the Living Dead Part 2 original motion picture soundtrack. Love this soundtrack. Great bands on here. You got Julian Cope, you got Anthrax, really great stuff. Love Reaction. What else we got? Joe Lamont, Flesh to Flesh, great song from the movie. Excellent song from the movie. Reanimator. This is a great soundtrack. Richard Bann. Pet Cemetery. How cool is that? They do actually have the Ramones song on here. Pet Cemetery. Very comprehensive, as you can see. Very comprehensive on here. Music from the motion picture. This was very rare. I had to get this from France. Because 91, there was not a lot of vinyls being produced anymore. But this actually did get a vinyl release. Freddy's Dead. And I prefer when I do listen to this, I do prefer the vinyl over the cassette tape. This is music from the motion picture of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Got some really great stuff on here. The Vinyls is on here. Love Hate, Blondie. Love Kills from the Vinnie Vincent Invasion. That's awesome. There you go. Vinnie Vincent's Invasion actually had Slaughter, the singer from Mark Slaughter, who went on to do Slaughter. Great band. King Kong. I think this was the 70 King Kong. Yeah, 1976. So yeah, King Kong. It's pretty cool. Music from the original motion picture soundtrack of Halloween 3. Cannot get enough of this movie and getting enough of it on soundtrack. Obviously, as you could tell, I've got like 17 billion copies of this soundtrack. And why the hell not one more? This is the Death Waltz release of Halloween 3. As far as the quality goes, this one does have it beat a little bit as far as sound, but it also depends on your equipment. So cheaper equipment, the 180 grams are going to sound a little bit better than the original releases, but if I had better equipment, which I'll get one day, the original will probably sound just as good. Death Waltz of Halloween 2. I like this. The nursing hat's kind of weird, but it works for me. I'm not picky. Great job on these Death Waltz. They really do kick ass on these vinyl. And Waxworks, they're doing a great job with horror soundtracks. Great job. And there you go. It's actually a clear white disc. So look at that. This is Halloween. John Carpenter's Halloween original motion picture soundtrack. This was released by, I believe, Waxwork. I'm not sure. Anyway. Great release. Great release. Very comprehensive. Sounds absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Nothing like it. This is the Scream and Scream 2 original motion picture soundtrack that just got released this past year. So yeah, I got that at FYE. I was very excited to get my hands on that. And it is a blood spattered vinyl. I have a video on this on the Christian Hannah Horror YouTube page. Go make sure you give that a like, and you can see me playing that. One of my favorite ones is Creepshow. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous laserdisc vinyl. Mine is actually the bluish color. I got the one based off of this. You got different colors, and I think the colors were based off of the certain ones. I did get the blue one for Tide You Over, which I'm very happy about. The artwork on there was incredible. I mean, you couldn't have gotten any better for artwork on this. Just absolutely incredible. See, this is Dokken, Dream Warriors, so that's really cool. It comes with Dream Warriors on the front, and then it also has Back for the Attack on the other side. So, excellent, 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 excellent. The Fog. Not a huge fan of the cover work. The cover art they did in the front of this, but nonetheless, the soundtrack is very comprehensive. As you would imagine, it sounds great. Oh, the Fog music is insanely good. Some people would almost dare to say the Fog soundtrack is as good as Halloween. Friday the 13th, Part 3. Excellent vinyl soundtrack. I do think they are about to do Part 4, I think. I hope they get to Part 5 for sure. I really want Part 5. So, yeah. It's like it's easier to get the soundtracks to these on vinyl than it is to get it on CD. Because Manfredini looked like he did a release, but they were very limited. And it was like parts 1 through 6. And if you go on eBay trying to find them, you'll pay like $600 trying to get the damn thing. Friday the 13th, Part 2 soundtrack. These sound great. These really do sound great. Not a huge fan of the artwork on the front, but nonetheless, it is good. It is still very good. I wish they would just put the table with the mom's head on the front rather than the back. Friday the 13th. These sound absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Music from the television show of Friday the 13th, the series. Fred Mullen did this, who actually went on to do half of Part 7 soundtrack and all of Part 8 soundtrack. So that's really cool. And last but not least is Friday the 13th. I keep getting these confused. Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 5, The Dream Child on vinyl. Do love this. Absolutely love it. This was brand new when I got it, so that's really neat. And it was a gift. So yeah, that's it, guys. Tell me what you think about this video. Maybe I can turn some of you guys on to getting vinyl soundtracks. It really is an art form. Just being able to sit down and enjoy listening to a vinyl, it's just like it takes you back to a different time where you really just get to when you hear it, you feel like you're really hearing it as it is right then and there when it was made, as opposed to like getting something on download or something and listening to it. It's hard to explain, but it really is an experience, and there's nothing like it. Same with the cassettes. The cassettes are great, you know. It's cool that they can get all that art in one little, you know, deal. They both have their pros and cons, but vinyl really is like the art form of home media for music. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to get updates on those when I get more horror vinyl soundtracks, I'd be more than happy to show those to y'all. So yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll see y'all guys soon. Christian Hannah Horror, y'all be good.